Hey friends, Red Spikes Gaming here, and just wanted to do a quick intro on this video because this is a long one. Just warning you up front. We're gonna go ahead and do Operation Celebrity Chef, and it took a lot to get this one done. This is actually kind of fractured and broken up over a couple of pieces, so just don't be surprised if you see this one run 45 minutes or however long it takes when I get it edited. But anyways, sit back, let's do Celebrity Chef. So we've got a few more upgrades that we're going to want to get eventually, but I think we're going to take a moment aside here and take the 5 points we have available. And we're going to go ahead and unlock this tier 4 kitchen set. Most of it anyways. We need 6 to get it all. We only got 5, but we'll skip the freezer for now. We're going to do the kitchen bench, kitchen storage, the sink, the refrigerator, and the electric stove. And then most of that's electronics and composites, some concrete, some steel screws. It's all made at the fabricator. I'm just kind of looking through, making sure there's nothing that I don't have. Looks like I have all that. And I'm going to go ahead and build all of these, and we'll put it together a nice fridge upstairs, or a nice kitchen upstairs when we get done. Then we can see what kind of recipes we can start making. Okay, let's build us a kitchen up here, shall we? So, something to point out, if you try to put these storage down, you'll notice it'll say must snap, and you can't place them anywhere. And the reason that is you have to start with a kitchen bench. The kitchen bench kind of acts like the anchor point to the rest of the kitchen. But we're going to start with this guy, and I'm going to put him probably out here. I'm going to line him up with this line right here. So I'll bring him along this right here. Start him right like that. And then you'll see that you can now snap storage to the side of that. We'll do that like there. Maybe you know what we'll do is we'll put the sink there, which we have to get into plumbing before too long here. And we'll do another one right here like this. And then we can snap another storage to the side of him. Looks like you have to do it straight. I was wondering if we could come out to the side, but it doesn't look like that's going to be a thing. So we'll do the fridge on the side here next to this guy. Like that. Actually, you know what? We have to do these because without the connection point, they don't snap. We can put the stove here. We'll put this guy on the other side of the stove. And we can actually take the fridge over here. That would work, wouldn't it? Put the fridge right there. And once we have another point, we can do the freezer. We'll put the freezer alongside the fridge. So there's that. Greatly reduces food spoilage. He needs 500 electricity. This needs some plumbing, which we'll get to when we have some more points. Here's that. Here's that. And now we can stick food in these guys. Cabinet's the best the planet can offer. So, get the start of a fridge here. And then this guy's going to need electricity. I wonder what that is. Oh, that's water. Can you do water in a stove? That's interesting. So yeah. And then we have all these recipes that we can make now. You know, with the different things. Fruit salads, and the bonus of these is if you look, you get plus stamina, maximum stamina, you get exposure resistance, you get melee damage. Each thing has its kind of specialty. You know what I mean? Like there's minus oxygen consumption, there's maximum health, maximum stamina, minus stamina consumed by action. So I'll have to look through here and find out what our best buffs are, and then we can start crafting up a bunch of food that way. But let's go ahead and get the electricity run up here and connect it up, shall we? I imagine we're going to need this water pipe tool. I imagine we're going to need a water pump. And then we have 1 point to spend. Let's go ahead and get the deep freeze. And I will get those crafted. Gold, copper, carbon fiber, steel, electronics, all the stuff we can do already. I'll get each of these crafted up real quick, and then we will continue on. Okay, so now we can hook up our deep freeze. I say we set it right next to these guys. Right next to him. Probably a good spot for it, right there. And then that needs 2,500 electrics. So let's grab our electric tool and let's upgrade our board. We're about to throw another 2,500 on here, so that's going to put that at 1,300, right? Or 13,000, I should say. And that leaves us another, what, 25 that we can spend? Which might be enough because this pump is going to want 1,000. So we'll be alright. It's a good thing I added all that extra electrics out there. Get this guy powered up. Use our electric tool. And we will connect to this and connect to that. And now he's powered up. Nice. And we should be able to store meat in there long term. Right now I've got a bunch of meat here that is just kind of rotting. But now we can put it in there. And I will keep my raw meat in that fridge. Anything that's raw. I think that's raw. That's raw, that's raw. And bam, 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 and bam. Now, according to this, it amasses ice and uses a fairly large amount of power, which obviously it uses a large amount of power, so we should get ice in here too if we need ice for other things. And then I've gone ahead and put wheat in here, and I've put my sponges in here, and I've thrown the fat that I was making and the yeast in here, and then I just started throwing like tea and coffee and cocoa in this one here. So all those are hooked up to that. Now we got to figure out power or water. Okay, so water, I assume, is going to be a lot like power. If we deploy a water pump, has to be in the water. So I imagine right here is as good a spot as any, right? And he needs power. So let's use our power tool. Connect him right to this over here. If we can get it hooked in there. Might be too far. So we'll do it to here. And then to there. There we go. And now he has power. That's another 1,000 power we have to account for. And now we use our water tool, and I'm guessing this is going to be like just the same, basically. That we would take it across the ground here. So let's start with a tube here. Take it as far as we can take it to here. Take it all the way to the edge here. And then I'm going to take it up this wall if I can. I'd like to have it start here and just run along here. Same as this one, but maybe just to the side of it. So if we go like you to you, and then we can go from you right to the wall here. Keep it straight as we can. And then from him down, let's say to here. To keep them straight. Interesting, the pipes look ribbed. And the problem with this is I can't tell if it's hooking up or not. You know what I'm saying? So I won't know if that's working or not. So I'm gonna remove this. Remove this. Start again. You to here. Take you all the way to here. And then that can hook in like that. I'm assuming that's good. To right here. And then you're gonna go here. And down here. To right here. This wants 250 water. This wants 100 water. And so it said it produces 1,000, I believe, so that should be more than enough for this. So if we click you into him, and we click you into him, we officially have these both plumbed and powered. Required 100. We should be able to make all of these things now that we know what we need. Now that the sink is good, we should be able to like come in here and take our water container and fill it in here maybe. No? Got an inventory. Oh yeah, it is. It's filling. Okay. So it's slowly filling up. So we could get a couple of these, put them in here, and then keep them going like we did the oxygen thing. So I was looking at why I couldn't craft certain things, and it's because in tier 2 there's actually a flour recipe. So we'll need to unlock that before we can actually make bread dough, before we can make some of these better recipes that are in the game. So there's a lot of... You don't just get stuff when you unlock certain things. Looks like all of these stuff here, like here's bread dough specifically. We won't even be able to get bread dough until we unlock the older kitchen bench and then get bread dough. Or berry jams or some of this stuff here. Beer, maybe. I don't know. So you definitely have to unlock a lot more stuff than you expect before you'll be able to do that. But eventually we'll be able to do that. What we can cook, though, is let's say we want to make some tomato soup. You could do that. And that uses... I don't want to do max. Let's make 5 of them. Let's see if we can do just 5, huh? That'll cook some tomato soups for us. These are all just food. Looks like we also get maximum stamina and 20% health on that, so that's not bad. That'll take up a slot in your stomach. And the rest of these look like we're gonna need like pastry and bread dough and stuff. So, yeah, avocado. I haven't seen avocados yet. We'll have to figure out where those are. That's something different. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here to be able to do, but we can't do a lot of it yet because we don't have some of these earlier recipes. Pumpkin, have we seen pumpkins yet? I don't think we have. We're gonna have to go hunting different things like pumpkins and soybeans, stuff like that. Maybe we can do fish and squash. I haven't seen squash yet. That's different. Interesting. But this will give you this, and this is gonna be what? 100 food? As opposed to the bacon, which is 150 food and 30 health. So that'll heal you and make you feel better. The other thing that I think is weird is I don't think you can actually cook meat on this stove, which seems weird. Let's say we had some raw meat and we wanted to cook that on the stove. I don't see it actually cooking that. You would think we wouldn't need the campfire for that anymore. Unless I'm missing something, that just seems weird that we can't cook that on there. Tell you what, if you want fertilizer, these are the way to go. Because every couple of days, these things have got stacks of spoiled plants which you can throw in your machine to make fertilizer out of. You got to keep emptying them out, otherwise they stop up. Plus you get these sponges, which I guess are used in a pretty good medical thing, which we haven't unlocked yet, but we have them there, and some fish. Random stuff like that, I guess. So yeah, definitely, if you've got a water source nearby, this will make your farming easier. Ah, a new morning. Let's do another adventure, shall we? I think this time we're going to aim and go back and check this one out here. Alright, this is the one, the delicacies one. Stockpile culinary delights. alpine delicacies and marshland delicacies. Travel to these locations. So they want us to travel here, and they want us to travel here. So let's head to this one first and see what's up there at that swamp. And we'll figure out what we need to do for this mission. So I think we will take our bird, since he's fast, and we've got to go 2 different places around the world. And off we go to the swamp. After our last adventure, I'm not as afraid to cut across the swamp as I was, though. So that's good. We can at least do straight lines towards it. Alright, we're here. Looks like there's a pod coming. Right there. Let's see what they want. Oh, I see. We're supposed to put stuff in this pod. Alright, so they sent us all the way over here to put stuff in this pod. You'd think that they would tell you what you needed before they sent you all the way over here. So this is going to be one of those deals where we need to go home and build everything and then bring it back here. I think is how this is going to work. Because we're going to need all of our facilities at the house to be able to even make the stuff that they want. Alright, so I guess what we'll do next then is we will go here and find out what items that one needs. It's still that way, so let's just go. I've got some ramps and stuff on me. So we'll see what we can do with ramps. Hopefully we don't come across any bears here. Alright, we need to go up that way. So let's ramp us over, shall we? Let me hop off and I'll ramp us up. Keep an eye out for danger. Alright, let's go. Where's it coming down at? Down in there, okay. Is there anything nasty down in there? I see like a snow goat thing or whatever the hell those are. Alright, so now we know what it wants. Okay, so we're back home, and I was looking at things that we're going to need. We're going to need to get a little more experience here, because we're going to need some extra points, but I wanted to start some stuff in the meantime that we'll need to complete this quest, and namely, that's better crop plots. So, if we open this up, we come to the tech tree, and we go to tier 4. I want to get into these here, these hydroponic crop plots. These require a little bit of electricity and a little bit of fuel, but they will keep your plants growing a lot quicker. They're pretty expensive to make though, so I'm gonna make like 2 of them, and we'll test them out just to make sure that they're worth it first. So that's 20 composites, some steel, some electronics, some copper wire. I went ahead and added a second water pump here, by the way. So now we've got 2,000 water being produced. And let me make these crop plots real quick, and then we'll check them out. Alright, let's deploy our first hydroponic crop plot right here. In this corner. Like so. Really wish they snapped. And then we'll put the other one right here. Like so. And I think we'll need electricity as well. So I'm going to run a line down this pole here. like that. And then we'll take it from there right up to there. And then we'll bring that around and hook it into the power line there. Like that. And then this guy can come from there to the ground here like that one was. And then we'll bring it straight back and hook it right here like that. Alright. And then from here we can power this guy to him. To him. They both look like they should have power now. And then let's get water same way. From him. To him. To him. And they should both have power. They look like they've got power. This one doesn't show that it has power, but let's go get some things to plant in it. So the first thing we're gonna try are berry bushes, because we don't have any berry bushes right now. And we're going to need them because we're gonna need to make some jam. So we're gonna take these seeds, and we'll see if we put seeds in them, if this updates this. Alright, so if we deploy you there and you there. Now if we take a look, he doesn't show having any water. Neither does he. Okay, well, that's got him working. All I did was just kind of tear everything down and rebuild it. Nothing special. Just removed them all and added them back, so must have had something disconnected wrong. But these have now got power and water. And if you look, that's doing pretty good, but we can add one more thing onto that. Let's see if we fertilize them, what happens. If we can get berries quick. So I've been making tons of berries, or tons of fertilizer with all of the spoiled plants that we get, especially coming out of the water pumps. Or the water wheels. They produce a ton of spoiled plants now. So if we fertilize that, now if we take a look, you can see that it's got sunlight, it's watered, it's got perfect lighting, and it's got basic fertilizer. And we can take this one step further. We have some talents now that we can start up here in Green Thumb. So plants grow faster at night. That way we don't lose nighttime crop as well. And we'll see how that helps. You can almost see it tick off. Which these don't seem to be growing anymore, which is kind of weird. Plus 110% plant fatigue. After harvesting, this plant is reduced in growth speed and yield. Remove this plant and plant a new seed. Oh, you know what? You have to rotate crops. And that's why we finally hit crop rotation problems. Which we haven't had before. So we need to rotate our crops here. So what I'll have to do is literally rotate. Like, we'll remove these, and I'm just going to shift everything to the right here. Which means picking this up and putting carrots, then, yeah, okay. So, let me grab that real quick. These are done, by the way. Always harvest with your sickle. And then let it go again. And that produced 25 berries. That's pretty good. So these are a bit faster for sure than the other crop plots, but they still get the same amount of plant fatigue, it seems like, as the other crop plots do, so you have to rotate these as well. And they're not drastically faster, is the thing. Right? Like, these have been rotated and they're getting close to halfway. And these were, you know, still there. This one should happen anytime now. There we go. I should have used the sickle, dang it. But you know, hey, whatever. It is what it is, I suppose. I would use these, except the cost on them is so expensive. It's so much grinding to get those. I guess later on, if you know you're playing a long game and you're just kind of living in the world, then that makes sense. But if you're rolling through quests, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to make them, I don't think. So I'm waiting on a storm to go farm some more XP, but while we wait on that, we gotta unlock a few things here. So I think it was tier 2 when we got the glass making bench. We've got 5 points left. We're gonna go ahead and pick up flour because we'll need that. We can start processing our wheat into flour finally, which will lead to bread dough. But we're not gonna pick that up just yet. I think was it tier 3? Yeah, we'll have to get the kitchen bench and then get bread dough from there. But I think from the glass working bench, I wanted to pick these 3 up. Glass jar, wine bottle, and beer bottle, which I feel like we'll need to make wine, jam, and beer. So we need to make 30 of each of those. 30 jars, 30 beer bottles, and 30 wine bottles. And that looks like that's going to be 2 out of 5 glass. 2 out of 5 glass. So if we're talking 30 of each, we're talking 90. So we need 180 glass, basically. We're going to need 180 glass to make these. And so glass is, of course, silica. So there's 200 silica. And if we toss that in here, that'll kick out our glass that we'll need, and then we can turn around and put that back in this guy and make our bottles that we'll need for this quest. So that's what I'll be working on for a few minutes. We're gonna go to the spicy biome here because I need soybeans and I need some XP, and I figure a little exploration in an area we haven't been is probably what we need to do here. So we'll bring the bird down here. Come on, buddy. And we'll go see what's up in the spicy biome on the other side of this cave. Alright, so we waited out the night. It's a little too scary for me to come out here during the nighttime, so I just hid in the cave. Figure we'll find a better spot here somewhere to build a ramp down and up, maybe. It's a pretty jagged rock. See, can we bring that down a little bit? How about like right there? That work? There we go. That'll do the number. Let's go. See what we can find out there. We're looking for soybeans and any other new fruit thing that we haven't seen. Watch out for all the nastiness that's out here. Does a map look like? I guess like that. Okay. I know there's those spider things that are out here somewhere. We've seen them. This is a new week, by the way. As a new week, I'm guessing things are different than the last time we were here because they are doing the weekly changes. Let me see what's in here, if anything. Just a regular cave. Okay. That's a no. Yeah, this looks like a cave. Alright, let's wander down this way. Somewhere in here there'll be growth of some kind, right? What is this? Ah, these are soybeans. Bam. Soybeans found. We get seeds. Got some soybeans. Soybeans. Alright, I got 4 seeds. So that's good. That'll be a start of a farm for us. And of course there's weather. Ember sprinkles. We can't cut a break, y'all. Find my way back up and into the cave again. I almost forgot the main reason I came here. There we go. Alright, so with our 5 points, we need flour, which we already have. We're gonna need the bottles and the jars, which we've already unlocked. We're gonna need the kitchen bench. We're gonna need bread dough. We're gonna need berry jam, wine, and beer. And then we're going to need to figure out where the heck we get reed flowers in this map. So I'm gonna look that up real quick. Head back, and we'll go get those next. Ooh, wait, what's that? I've not seen those. Those look like reed flowers, huh? We're getting seeds off of them. Good. Good, good, good. Take all this glass and toss it here in the glass maker. The glass workbench. Now we need 20 beer bottles. Get those going. 20 wine bottles. I think. Is it 20 and 20? Yeah, no, 30 wine. 30 beer. Alright, so there's our... I hate the way these stack, by the way. You want 30 of them. Why partial stacks? Killing me, Smalls. There's that. We got the bottles. Let's make sure we have enough berries. We may need to wait and do wine afterwards. But go ahead and look at this. They grow so fast when they're not... when the crops aren't tired, basically, when you've rotated them properly. This is insane. We were just out here. I guess that's with water, sunlight, and fertilizer. Alright, let's toss these up here. Let's go upstairs. We're going to get the yeast. We'll use this stuff. We're going to get the berries. All the berries we've got. Those. We've got the bottles. We've got flowers. What else do we need? So wine, you can make 10. And that's because that's all the berries I got. So I'm going to go ahead and kick out 10 wine bottles for now. Get those going. And then we're missing wheat, which I think we have here. Grab all that. And we'll go ahead and max out on that. Craft those. Alright, we got some more crop plots down. I just used the regular ones because, to be quite honest, I don't think those are all that much better. We're going to fertilize each of these. We're going to water the area. Make sure everything's watered. And then we're going to deploy berry bushes. We'll see how they do. That'll give us another bunch of them. And in the meantime, we'll take these. And I'm going to leave the veggies for now. And let's see what we can do. Upstairs. There's our wine bottles. Actually, that's full on wine. Yeah, we got a little ways to go. We're going to need more berries for sure. So I'm just going to keep producing berries and making wine, and then we'll go on to the next one after I'm done. Okay, so we officially have 30 beer and 30 wine now. That will cover those. Let's see, berry jam is next. So I guess I'm going to need to bust out 30 jam jars. That'll be the next thing. And we're going to need more berries for that. What about fruit salad? How do you make fruit salad? And of course that needs berries. So again, more berries. Watermelon in this case. So let me farm that up. So we're going to need 30 watermelon and 30 berries. At least that's just going to be 30 of each. So that's good. Alright. Like we can do 22 of them right now. Get them made and in the fridge so they don't go bad. Probably want to make a few extra of everything because in the time it's going to take you to make everything and get it delivered, you probably lose a couple of these along the way, if I had to guess. So any of these things that might go bad, make sure when you make them, you get them in the fridge as soon as possible. Okay, so because of food spoilage, even in the fridge, some of these dishes aren't going to last a long time. So we really need to do the fish part before we continue cooking food. Namely, we need to figure out how to get saltwater fillets, and I think in our tech tree there was a fishing bench. If we look, maybe it was under tier 1. No, the tier 2. Yeah, right here. Here's the fishing bench. And I imagine we'll need this to do the next part. So, again, gotta grind out some XP, which I'm gonna head out and do. And then we'll pick that up as soon as I get the next level. Alright, so we've got our point. We're level 50 now. Let's go ahead and unlock our basic fishing bench. And that's just a bunch of wood, rope, and iron, and copper nails. All that kind of stuff that we can probably do in here. Do what we're missing. Need copper nails, iron, and wood in here. Let's set that guy up. I don't know, in here seems fine. So let's deploy it right there. We'll see what it does for us. And I'm not really seeing anything in there, to be honest. Seems kind of strange. So we're going to go ahead and we've got 2 points left. We're going to make the wooden fishing rod. And then we'll make the... go ahead and make the refined fishing rod. Or maybe we need lures. Let's make lures. And then what do we need for that? Bunch of stuff. If we look in our fishing bench now, you can see we've got all kinds of stuff now. Wolf lure when attached, bark lure, gorse flower lure, saltwater quality fish. Ah, so the different fish are different qualities. That's interesting. Okay, so epoxy rope and wood. You can do some of that real quick. Okay, the way we're going to do this is you're going to pull out your fishing pole. If you hold R, you can apply a lure. And it'll use it up, I believe. And then if you click and hold, you put that in the water. And we sit and we wait. And it's going to go orange here in a second. The little bobber that's bobbing in the water there. Takes it a little while. Alright, when you click it, now what happens is if you click and hold, you move the cursor to the right. But if you let go, it moves to the left. So you basically just got to click and hold and keep that fish as much in that box as possible. And then eventually, boom, you catch it. You pull it out. You get a hit there for, hey, look, you got a fish. And then if you click again, now that's in your inventory. Oh, hi, Drek. And so then you end up with that. And now you've got freshwater fish, you've got regular fish, and basically we need at least 40 saltwater fish. So I've only been getting freshwater fish near the base. So I'm going to come here to the swamp and see what we get out of the swamp. There's a needler right here that needs to die though. Right in my way. So we're at the swamp. I figure what we'll do is we'll go here. Let's go ahead and go and we'll set up a base near this pod here. And then we can just at least have that spot. So maybe right here somewhere. We'll set up a base. I brought enough components for that. and then we can try our hand at fishing here in the swamp. Alright, so we'll use this little spot here. Let me make sure I can fish in this shallow water first. Make sure that's possible. Old Ripjaw. Throw something on him real quick and pick that up. And that would be saltwater fish. Okay, nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab these two foundations that I brought. I'll deploy them right here alongside this. This will be the base here. Back the horse up right here. And then I also brought with me walls, fortifications, all that stuff that you'll want. So we'll go ahead and deploy one right here. Stay like right there. That's fine. Kind of parallel it out that way. That one's going to go on there and kind of angle in. I'm going to say like that. We want it like that, I think. Like that. There we go. Now we can deploy this. That. There we go. And then we put spikes on these walls, side walls. There we go. And then I also brought enough for full coverage in here because of storms. We'll do a door right here. Regular wall right there. Lid on top. Bam, bam. I've got a door that can close here. And then I have a fishing bench right here that we can do like that. And then we can just toss our fish that we get right in there and fillet them out. Now the other thing I brought was an animal deterrent. Simple creature deterrent. Gonna deploy that right there. Just like right over here. That. And that drives away animals, so we take that rotten meat, we'll stick that in there. Just like that. Let's feed our little buddy here. And now I'm just going to use my lures and my fishing pole. And we're going to just fish right here off the front of the house until we get what we need. Okay, with these 3 fish, we should be up over 50. That leaves us a little room for spoilage, so let's take those. And let's close this up. Let's rush our ass home and get these fish in the freezer. before they go bad. So while we're here, let's see what we can make here. Saltwater filet sashimi, that needs carrot, 1 and 1. And we need 40 of those. So let me get that. And we're gonna go ahead and do, actually we need 20 of those. So we're gonna do 25 of those. That way we have spoilage. Get that going. And then the other thing was crumbled filet. I figure out where that was. Nothing crumbled in there. What about here? Anything crumbled in here? Crumbled saltwater filet, that needs animal fat and bread dough. Okay, so we don't have bread dough yet. So we'll put the rest of this fish in the freezer here. Grab the berries out. The fish is more important to protect. And speaking of the berries, while we're in here, grab all of our berries. And I think downstairs I have jars now. We need to make 30 jam. 30 berry jam. There we are. Okay. Where are you? Berry jam. Max that out at 30. Get that going. Alright, and we will take our sashimi out of there. Put that and this guy in the deep freeze. Alright, so we've now got the wine, the berries, fruit salad, the saltwater fillet, and now we just need the crumbled saltwater fillet. So we need to learn bread dough. So bread dough wants flour. Got tons of that. Looks like it needs 10. Wow, really? So 10 wheat per. So we can get that going here. Craft out that 10. So I scaled up the entire farm to be wheat. So should be plenty of wheat here. A couple of trips, we'll have all what we need for bread. Be able to create a bunch of flour now. 150 looks like, roughly. I'll take it. Alright, now that we're back with the fish and my flour is all processed up, we should be able to make this. We've already made 12 of these bread doughs, so we need another 8 for this. Alright, so that'll kick that off. And then what else do we need for the crumbled? Let's see. So this needs dough, animal fat, and saltwater fillet of fish. Alright, and so we need 1, 1, and 1. We need to make 20 of these, so let's grab that. Let's grab a 25 stack. Let me grab that. Come over to our oven. And we'll max that out at 20. Get that going. Let that cook. Put the rest of the fish away. And we'll get that into the freezer. That's going to be everything for the first part. Alright, we're going to jump on Sacrifice because he's the fastest. He'll get us delivered as quick as possible. And let's get there and get this food delivered. Catch you there. That's a rabbit. That's a wolf. Let's deal with that guy. Okay. Quickly load everything up. You wanted wine and berries. And you wanted fruit salad, sashimi, and fish. Oh, crap. It wanted 40 fruit salad. Not 20. Oh, what a pain. Okay. Well, I need to go craft more fruit salad. Luckily, this stuff will stay in here. Once it's in here, it won't rot. But I'll be bringing another 20 fruit salad back here. I miscounted. Damn it. Alright. And boom, and boom.
Okay, that's everything. You're good to go.
I don't want to run off yet, just in case. We even send them a few extra fruit salads. Alright, now we gotta go home and do the next part. Do the second half. Okay, so for the second one, we needed the beer, which we've already crafted. And then we need 30 bread dough. So let's go ahead and let's do 40 here. We'll get that going. And then the next thing is soybean stir fry. I'm assuming because it's a stir fry, it's got to be on here, right? Soybean stir fry. That wants mushrooms, carrots, and soybeans. Easy enough. We got plenty of all that I've been building up as we've gone. Alright, mushroom soup, soybean stir fry. Let's go ahead and make 40. We can always eat what we don't deliver, right? That's not a big deal. Okay, so that'll get us our stir fry, and then fish pie. What does fish pie want? We do fish pie. Fish pie is saltwater, freshwater, mushroom, and pastry. Okay. And then freshwater fish curry. That is freshwater and fat and soybeans. Okay, so let's talk about pastry. How do we get pastry? Because we're going to need pastry in order to make the pie. We don't do it in there, but over here. Pastry. Pastry is made with animal fat and flour. Okay, that's easy enough. But we need animal fat. How many of those do we need? Fish pie, 20? Alright, so let's go ahead and make 25 of these. What's the max? 30? Yeah, screw it. Again, we can always eat what we don't have to give to them, right? We'll put the rest of the flour down here. How are we doing? We're done? Almost. See, it's already starting to rot, so you've got to get those put away. So there's the soybean stir fries. Freezer is good because it halts food spoilage completely. So if you have the deep freezer, that's the way to go to halt your food spoilage. Like all of your good meals should go in the freezer. Okay. Alright, give me fresh water, give me salt water, give me mushrooms, and then we want 20 fish pies. So let's make it 25. I want to make sure I can reserve fish for other things if we need it. Get those going. And then the curry was what now? Curry is soybeans, freshwater fillet, and animal fat. So get a bunch of animal fat, a bunch of soybeans. Make sure we have all the freshwater fillet. We do. Let's make curry. Max that out. We can make just enough, it looks like. So we'll have to be quick on getting back with that. Okay. Let's verify we have everything. There's 30 beer here. There's at least 30 bread dough there. There's 40 soybean stir fry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 41 technically. 20 fish pies. 10, 25 fish pies technically. And 20 fish curries. That's these. Alright, so we've got everything we need for this. Okay. Here. Let's unload this. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Actually, I think I don't need all of those in there. Let's split this. There. I think that's everything, except for the soybean stir fry. There.
Right. I think you're good.
Boom. Mission complete. Alright. That was a long one for sure. No doubt. I think what we'll do is we'll zip back over to our base that we put up here. The fishing base. And we will collect up some saltwater fillets to take home with us for our own uses. And, yeah. Thanks for hanging in there with me on that one, y'all. That one was definitely a long, long time. Alright, you just keep on running. There you go. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye now.